Alright, this is my unboxing and review for Book of the Month for January 2017. And Book of the Month is a book subscription box. It is $16.99 a month. There are longer subscription plans available, a 3-month and a year, that's going to save you additional money. You can try your first month for only $5. You can skip months. And when you sign up, you answer some questions so they can kind of help pick the book for you each month. There's always 5 selections, and each one of them are picked by one of their featured judges. One of the judges changes every month. It's their guest judge, and so they're going to recommend a book for you each month, but if you don't like that book, you can select one of the other 4 if you wish. So I was sent all the selections, so you can see all the choices this month. You can still sign up and get this month's selections, so check that out. If you want to sign up for a longer subscription, there's also a deal for that. You get a certain percentage off and I think a free tote bag, but I'll put the details below. Alright, so here's all the books. Now when you subscribe, your box is going to come in the mail just like this. So we're going to do this one first and then go through the other books. Okay, so they package each book with a larger cardboard insert. So you can see in the corners, there is kind of a gap here. Well, this got a little tiny hole, but you can see here, there's a bubble here, so it's gonna protect the corners of your book, so it's not gonna like bang around it in the box. It fits right flush with the box, so it's not gonna move or jiggle. So this is how everything's packaged. Looks like there's a bonus book here. Providing our members with the very best books we can find is what we love to do. So when we came across this little gem, we couldn't wait to share it with you. Here it is, staying warm under this fancy little jacket. Don't let the size fool you. The tale contains as many twists as a story of Gilligan Flynn. The book is small, a gift from us to you, a way of saying Happy New Year, and thanks for being a member. And you can, it's called The Grown Up. Oh, so you got like a bonus book this month. That's neat. All right. So the book comes with a bookmark, and there's always a little quote or blurb from the featured judge that month. So I'm not going to read all of the little messages from the judges. That's what it is. So this first book is called Lucky You by Erica Carter. And this book is an exclusive early release. So I don't think this is being released until March, I think. So you get a sneak peek or advanced copy. Alright, so I'm going to read through the summary and then I'll try to summarize for you so I don't have to read to you for 5 books. Okay, so this book is about 3 friends who are aimlessly adrift. They're waitresses at a tired bar in an Arkansas college town, and apparently they've stayed there too long. So Ellie drinks too much and is sexually promiscuous. Chloe pulls out patches of her hair and struggles to keep her mental illness at bay. And Rachel has a really bad boyfriend and has agreed to live off the grid for a year in order to return to health. Rachel asks Ellie and Chloe to join her in the project. They move to a remote rural house in the Ozarks, nearly undone by boredom and the brewing tension between them. Each tries to solve the conundrum of being alive. By turns wickedly, deadpan, knowingly, and hauntingly sad. Says the author's writing is deft and controlled, as natural and unforced as breath, which makes it impossible to forget. So, sounds interesting. And it's about kids in a local high school. So they're really well off. And something apparently happens when they're in middle school. And it ends up playing out online. And these kids apparently are still feeling the effects of that to this day. Oh, this talks about Abigail Kress, who's working to become an Ivy League student. And she ends up getting into an inappropriate relationship with her teacher. Another student, he's a typical B student, but is taking desperate measures to live up to his parents' crushing expectations. Emma is a dancer, and she is trying to balance rehearsals with her wild weekends. Damon is returning from rehab and trying to prove that he is not a total screw-up. And then Callista is used to be popular and is choosing to become a hippie outcast. So, kind of follows the story of those students and how high school plays out. Sounds interesting. Lillian Boxfish Takes a Walk by Kathleen Rooney. Alright, so this book is about Lillian, and in the 1930s she worked her way up writing copy for R.H. Macy's to become the highest paid advertising woman in the country. She said, "In some ways saved my life, and in other ways ruined it." Now it's the last night of 1984. She's 85 years old, but still sharp and savvy as ever. She's on her way to her party. And it says, on a walk that takes her more than 10 miles around the city, she meets bartenders, bodega clerks, security guards, criminals, children, parents, and parents-to-be. While reviewing a life of excitement and adversity, passion and heartbreak, illuminating all the ways New York has changed and has not. A love letter to city life, Lillian Boxfish Takes a Walk paints a portrait of a remarkable woman across the canvas of a changing America, from the Jazz Age to the onset of the AIDS epidemic, the Great Depression, and to the birth of hip-hop. Lillian figures she might as well take her time, for now, after all, the night is still young. Alright. Then we have Homesick for Another World. Tessa Moshfegh. You probably said that wrong. It says, Homesick for Another World is a master class in self-deception as a universal feature of the human condition. But part of the unique quality of her voice, the Moshfeghian experience, is the way the grotesque and outrageous are infused with tenderness and compassion. I think this is a collection of short stories. Yes, this is a collection of short stories. So, yeah. Okay. The last one is Girls in the Moon by Janet McNally. Alright, so it says everyone in Phoebe Ferris's life tells a different version of the truth. And it talks about her mom, her sister, her father. And it says, but Phoebe, a budding poet in search of an identity to call her own, is tired of the half-truths and vague explanations. When she visits her sister in New York, she's determined to find out how she fits into this family of storytellers, and to maybe even continue her own tale, the one with the musician boy she's been secretly writing for months. It says Phoebe is drawn back and forth between her magnetic family members and her own fresh start. Phoebe's first adventure flows as Meg's romance unspools in reverse, leaving behind only a time-worn, precious pearl of truth about her family's past, and leaving Phoebe to take a leap into the unknown of her own future. And that is the last book this month. So, lots of interesting books this month. I will say, of all of them, the one I'm most excited to read is probably The Most Dangerous Place on Earth. Looks really interesting. Lucky You also sounds really interesting. So I don't know which one I'll start with first. But this is a really neat subscription if you like books. You know, you get new releases. This one isn't even released to the public yet. You have to wait till March if you want to read it, if you're not a subscriber. So I recommend checking this subscription out. Your first month is only $5. So if you want to try one of these books out, Like if you want to get this one, sneak peek, I'm trying to see if I can see what it retails for. I'm not sure. But all of them, I mean, these are hardback books, so, you know, I'd say around $15-ish. You know, $5 for your first month is a really great deal. Again, it's $16.99 a month. You can skip months if you're not feeling the books that month. Be sure to check it out. The information is down below. And again, this month you're also going to get this bonus book with whichever selection you pick. All right, thanks for watching and have a great day.